I'm a private direct real estate lender. I'm a hard money lender. I've raised about $100 million over the last 12 years. I was a retail and wholesale florist. I started the business from nothing, built it up, sold it to a local grocery store chain, started looking around for something to do. Knew a lot of guys in the real estate business in Cleveland and talked to a bunch of them. We used to take somebody to lunch every second or third day and just ask them their story and listen, and we just decided to start buying some little buildings. We bought some houses and little apartment buildings, and anyway, eventually we found our way to, we ran out of money, so I decided I better be in the business of finding money if I need money. So I'm sort of a vertical integration guy. We have a little construction company, we do maintenance, repairs, improvements. We realized we didn't want to have the tenants think we were the owners, so we started a management company so that our employees could go out and say, hi, you know, we represent the management and you have to pay the rent, blah, blah, blah. So we manage several hundred units in Northeast Ohio and for owners all over the world. So we have global contacts as a surprising result of that with owners all over the world who own in Northeast Ohio. But the thing that I really bring here is that as a private direct real estate lender, I've raised about $100 million over the last 12 years for the transactions we've done. Basically boring, unsexy stuff that works, that makes money for our investors. We essentially operate an alternative investment. We raise money from private investors and we invest it in loans that we make to real estate investors on houses and small commercial properties, mostly in Northeast Ohio, although we also are active in the New York, New Jersey metro area as a direct lender. So we have a big book of private capital investors all over the place, and we're always growing that book. I have two guys in my office who are full-time capital raise. That's all they do, really. We also operate sort of a series of ongoing little alternative investment partnerships in houses and small commercial properties, so we're always raising deal-by-deal capital for those things. As Eli mentioned, I, with my brother, host a weekly radio show called the Stark Group Live, Talking Real Estate. We interview different people in the real estate industry. I was a principal in a private equity fund a few years ago that bought and sold defaulted mortgage notes. It was very difficult to raise capital right at the beginning of the crash, and so it was not prudent for us to continue. But now I think the time is great. As a couple of you have mentioned, there's lots and lots and lots of money on the sidelines, and we find that people are looking for a place to generate nice, safe returns and know that they can get their money back and maybe outperform some of the more conservative things in their portfolio. So I think I bring a different perspective than all of you who've done a lot of big commercial properties, but also you know, the cap raise piece is probably the most important piece we have here, other than prudent deployment of that capital. So I'm thrilled to work with all of you and look forward to getting to know you better, and especially Eli. By the way, we met as a result of that Banco de Roma building.
See that, Michael?
I got a call from a mortgage broker, you know, like, I don't know, 3 days before the meeting, and said, I got a client who needs money to buy this building, and I made one phone call to the right guy out of our 350 lender book, and he said, yep, I know the building, I'd love to do the deal, we could see it from our office.